Hi, I'm Donna Dewberry, the original creator of the FolkArt one-stroke painting technique. Welcome to the Let's Paint Studio right here at Plaid. Learning to paint has never been as easy as when I teach you how to load a brush with multiple colors where you can blend, shade, and highlight with one stroke of the brush. Our new program with Let's Paint FolkArt One Stroke this year is going to be all about learning how to paint 50 different types of flowers. And as you can imagine, 50 flowers makes the possibility endless to be able to paint floral designs. I'm thrilled that you've chosen to join me on this one-stroke journey. So let's paint. Today we're doing a tiger lily. And with the tiger lily, we're going to be practicing the strokes on the back side of this reusable teaching guide. And we're going to paint this right here on here. And so we're using FolkArt multi-surface paint. And let me share the colors with you. Apple red, moon yellow, citrus green, and sap green. We're going to be using 2 of our one-stroke brushes, which are 2 script liner and a 5/8 angled brush. So let's turn this over and let's start practicing. So what you're going to see is that we're going to make a bud. You make these petals. All the petals are kind of the same. They just move a little bit different than each other. So let's get this brush loaded first. We have dampened this brush, laid it on a paper towel to get the excess moisture out. And then we're going to use this brush and double load it on the right here in the double loader. So what I want you to see is that we have a toe and a heel. So on the toe, we're going to put red because we're going to come up and back down. Now, if you're uncomfortable with something, you could come up and then work back down, but it's easier with a leaf to do that. So we're going to grab this right here and split the brush and then work it in. So we're picking up by splitting in between 2 cubbies. That helps you keep it from becoming muddy. And we're going to work it in right there to get it inside the bristles. Now I'm going to pick up a little bit of moon yellow because I want to make sure the yellow's strong. And you're going to see, like, do I have more yellow or more red as I'm stroking that? That's a good load right there. All right, so let's practice right on my arrows. So it shows you going up, and then you can stop and pull it down. All right, so we put the first petal in here. And then I can freshen my brush right here in the loading area. I'm going to come up and work it back down. And here's number 3. We're coming up. And then I'm going to stroke down again. So I lean the brush just a little bit here and there, and it gives you the different shapes of these petals. Okay, so now these are the ones, the lower ones that we want to practice. Here's number 4. We number it. They're my exact brush strokes right there at home with you. All right, so that it makes it comfortable to say, oh yes, I made that stroke just like that, or no, I didn't push hard enough to make that stroke. And there we go. All right, now to make the bud, we're going to come right in here and do 2 strokes. Usually makes a great bud. All right, so the next thing that we do is I'm going to come back with the little specks and the stamens, but I'm going to show you right in here that we're going to pick up a little bit of apple red and make a smile right here. This will be the trumpet of the tiger lily. All right, so see, that's exactly what we did right there, and that gives you that depth. All right, so let's wipe this off with a wet wipe or a wet paper towel so that it doesn't dry on here, and then we are going to go paint this right on our surface. Okay, my surface has a nice coat of tapioca on a cardstock here, or it could be a canvas or whatever. Now we're going to go back, pick up fresh paint again. Remember, inside the brush has the paint really good in it already. So this lily, this is the look that we want. Okay, so we're going to come right up here and pull down. All right. Then we're going to come right out here. See, I'm losing a little bit of that red, so that apple red, I can go pick up a little bit more. Now remember, we've got this right here so you see what you're doing. Going to come right here and then pull back down. All right, so now what I'm seeing is that this guy here in the middle isn't large enough. You know, I did that on purpose so I can show you how to fix it, right? Okay, now let's do these 3 bottom ones. So we got 4, 5, and then 6. So I'm going to come right over here, picking up more paint. All right, so I like the shape of this petal here. So I'm going to come right here, out. Let's do it again. Let's come right here, do a little bit there. Now lean, a little bit of pressure, and roll it to come up. All right, so see, it looks just like that lily that we have in our yard. All right, so we're going to come right here. Then it's easier if you pick it up this time to come back and get the bottom stroke there. All right, and now just in the middle here, we're going to come right here, make it heavier because it's coming right at us. All right, so let's flip the brush. It still has paint on that side. And come right back over that. So I can come in here and stroke over it if I want it to be smoother in there. Okay, there we go. Now I am going to put a couple of the little buds, which are mostly yellow, moon yellow, and a touch of red. And I want to put these 2 guys right there. So it's a little bit of red on the tip, a little bit of red on the tip. Okay, and we'll do it over here. All right, now let's remember what we're doing. We're putting the smile in here. So I'm going to wipe off some of that and just pick up apple red. So I'm going to be right here in the middle, and then it dips right here, and it stands up. See, we have a smile right there, and it comes over here. Now we're going to take and pull the toe of this brush to spread the apple red right in there for shading. All right, it gives you some depth. All right. Now what I want to show you with the script liner is I'm going to take this brush, and we want to add some sap green to do the stamens into the red because they're pretty red looking usually with yellow or rusty pollen at the top. So a little bit more red. We're not adding water to the script liner. We want it thicker, okay? But before we do that, we're going to put some specks in here. And so they're little teeny. So tiger lily has those little specks. I'm going to take and wipe some of that off from blending. All right. All right. See, I'm just pulling them. And I put a lot on here. You don't have to put quite that many. And have them little or a little bit larger. And we're going to come around here. You need to do this before you put your stamens in. Okay. Now I'm going to roll the brush into here. Now I like to kind of decide where they're going to go before I start. But if I start in the middle, they come from the center and they come up. And I'm rolling this brush so they look thinner. And they're usually 5 to 6 of them. And then if you put this little tip on here, then we go back and add yellow to that tip. See, we do them in different directions. If you look at the teaching guide, it's going to help you see that. And then you put little bits of the moon yellow on top of there. Okay, so let's look at the last thing we're going to do are these little slider leaves, okay? So we're going to pick up the citrus and the sap. It really doesn't matter which edge, the toe or the heel that I put the citrus on. It's up to you. All right, we'll put plenty of paint on here. And I'm going to touch here, pressure, and slide and lift to the chisel. So pressure, left, pressure, left. So practice that till it feels comfortable. It's a really smooth, easy stroke. And I kind of want this to go here so I see what I'm going to do here. Now, just think right here is where the stem's got to come from. Like you're right here, and you slide down. All right, I'm going to go right in here and pick up little bits right there and slide down. Now, I put this original stem in there first and then laid this over it, but either way works fine for you. All right, so I'm going to start here on the chisel and end. Look how pretty that point gets because of this brush. All right, so we're going to put a little bit of pressure here and lift. Pressure and lift. And I can come down here with one. And you can add a little bit of yellow if you want, the moon yellow into your leaves. Okay, if I'm not happy with that, I just get more paint, come in here and stand up. Please don't wipe it off. Just get more paint and restroke. There we go. I had so much fun today sharing how easy it is to paint these flowers. They turned out gorgeous. Remember, practicing on the reusable teaching guides right over my strokes gives you so much painting confidence. Thank you for joining me here in the studio. And remember, we just learned one more of the flowers from the A to Z one-stroke floral painting sets. And I would love for you to take pictures and share them on our Let's Paint with Plaid Facebook group by hashtagging Let's Paint Challenge. Come on, everybody, let's paint.